Hey, folks, it is Open Mic Friday. You've got questions? Hopefully, I've got some answers. Let's talk about it. So, the big question is this: how do voiceover artists like us, who are looking to take our careers to the next level, but don't buy into the claims of needing expensive equipment and demos, start bringing in new clients? How do you follow a clear path to changing your voiceover side hustle into a full-time job and stick it to those that said you couldn't? Those are the questions, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Earl Hall, and welcome to In the Booth with Earl Hall, where we know how to grind and don't quit. Hey guys, and welcome into Open Mic Friday right here on In the Booth with Earl Hall. Glad to see all of you folks coming in right now. Look, I'm here to help you, the voiceover artist that is looking to start, build, and grow a successful voiceover career. When I tell you that you guys are blowing me away, the whole team, I'm super proud of the team that we have here at Earl Hall Studio for all the different services that we're providing and the information that we're giving. Yesterday I was taking a look at the replay of the video with JC, my audio producer, my audio engineer rather. And the comments that have come in, the orders that have been placed to get your sound checked. It's one of the things, it is one of the most pressing questions probably that I get, over the past 2 years. How do I get better sound? Or, Earl, hey, can you take a listen to this audio and things of that nature? So I know that it's important. Just being a voice actor and just, doing auditions ad nauseum and things of that nature, if your sound isn't on point, there's nothing that is going to help. Starting with your space that you record in, and then, as well as what you do in your chain for recording, your stack or your rack, the processing that you put on it. But most importantly, what is that raw audio? What does that raw audio sound like coming out of your environment? When you can get that on point and kick it up at least a couple of notches, you're going to have a better chance at winning auditions and things of that nature. It's just that vitally important. There's a link in the description if you guys want to get your sound checked out. A bunch of you guys just ordered the bejesus out of it yesterday. So if you want to get that for your own studio, if you want to see how you can get your studio sounding better, go ahead and click the link in the description. It's the very first link. I should have put some more of a description on what that link was, but it's the very first link under where it says Open Mic Friday voiceover Q&A. So in the description, it's that very first link. Getting a ton of information back from you guys from the demos that you've been doing. I know Mage Pro just posted in the Steps to Voiceover Success Facebook group some of the things that he's doing right now, which is just phenomenal. I'm so super happy for all of you grinders out there, that are grinding and don't quit and just continue to push on in this thing and get better and better. And it is what it's all about. You've got to be getting better. If you're not improving, you're getting worse. So it's a constant study. It's a constant evaluation of what it is that you're doing, how it is that you're performing. It is vitally important. If you want to go from a VO nothing, I guess, if you can call it that, to a VO Pro, it is a constant press. It's a constant press to get better. And those things that you look into each and every day are vitally important to make sure that you are getting better. So we're happy to be able to provide some of those services. On next week, and we're still obviously doing voiceover demos for folks. You can check that out at yourbestdemo.com. I had to think of the web address, yourbestdemo.com. There's a link in the description as well for that. We've got some new services coming up as well next week. We're going to be, not only are we evaluating your sound now with our audio engineer, JC, next week, we're going to be helping you with customized scripts. Some of you may not be able to afford a demo, but you do need to have something. So we're going to be providing a service. We're going to be bringing it to you next week where we're going to be able to just write you a custom script and send it to you and you can produce it however it is that you want to produce it. So that's going to be big. We've got two outstanding script writers, Conchita Congo and Joe Labor. They are just phenomenal at script writing, and some of you that have already purchased the demos, you know exactly how those two roll. So it's an outstanding experience. So I'm going to be able to put you in touch with both of them. If you just need a quick script written and you want to create your own demo, you're struggling trying to create your own customized demo, we're going to provide that service to help you. And yeah, you're going to be able to afford it. And beyond that, what I realize is there's something else that we can do. So coming up next week as well, I'm going to be adding another service where if you would like to work with me one-on-one directly to coach you through a read in about 15, 20 minutes, I'm going to provide that service for you too. So if you just need a script, we're going to be able to get that to you. If you just need audio engineering help, we can help you with that. If you just need a walkthrough, someone to coach you through a read of a script that you have, or if there's an audition you're about to do and you want to make sure you get the best read for it, I'm going to work with you one-on-one to help you do that too. So there's a lot of things that we've got coming because we're constantly thinking about, okay, what is it that we can do to help a little bit more that'll be affordable for people to take advantage of that are serious about their voiceover career. It's, this is not a hobby. If this is the business that you want to build, there's work to do. There's a lot of work to do. I'm also going to be throwing up another course at the website, Steps to Voiceover Success. I want to give you all of my information. It's basically a one sheet, or is it 3 sheets? It's more than one, which is a layout of how you need to market yourself. I'm going to be making that available too. It's going to be a one sheet. Those folks that are already connected, whether it's through voiceover domination or inevitable immersion results, as I start my consulting today, I'm going to be giving that to all of those people that are part of those two groups. But I'm going to be making this PDF available as well on the website sometime next week. So it's a bunch of stuff coming that I think is extremely vital. We talk about these things every day on this show in the booth with Earl Hall. So it's, I just want to make sure that you guys have the tools in your toolbox, or at least access to tools in the toolbox that are going to help you start, build, and grow your voiceover career, no matter what level you are at. All right, so today is Open Mic Friday. It's your time. It's your questions. Throw your questions in the chat over on YouTube, and let's get going with this. Let me see what you folks are talking about already over here. Good morning, Mage Pro. Good morning, Steve, Scott, Lamar. Ben Wake is in the house. Lazarus, Voices by Storm is here. Oh, my goodness. Lamar, he's saying, I'm excited to get in the VO field. Awesome, Lamar. We've got work to do, buddy. Let's see. Sam, what's going on, my friend? Barbara's in the house. I'm meeting with Barbara today. I know that's one of the people that's on my schedule. I think there's a couple other people on my schedule today that I'll be talking to. Good morning, Conchita. Glad to have you in here as always. Mage Pro. Let's see. Earl, it's great that Joe and Conchita are going to be bombarded with. I believe they will be. I believe they will be. We're literally, as we speak, putting together that package so that we can get that to you guys by early next week. At least by Tuesday, we'll be presenting that, I believe. And we're going to go from there. What's up, John Grimes? Chris, morning, Earl. I just got a call for a gig from Spectrum. Oh, the cable company. Wow. And the 18-wheeler rainy day stuck in the traffic jam on 65. Oh, man, keep pushing it, man, but be careful. Be careful out there. Skywalker, hi, Earl. I'm up going to see a woman running for... Oh, amazing. Okay. All righty. Wondering about my demo script. When's our next appointment? I have no idea. You're making me think too hard. I don't know when our next appointment is, but we'll get to you on that. Dan, good morning. Skywalker is asking what time the contest ends. Aren't we? Okay, we're getting to the end of the contest. I was going to save it till the end or whatever, but I'll talk a little bit about it now. The contest is ending tonight, midnight Central Standard Time. Midnight Central Standard Time. The contest will end for the Norman TLM 103 or the Sennheiser MK 416 is the first place prizes. Then we have the DBX 286S, which is the second place prize, and then the third place prize is the free membership full access to steps to voiceoversuccess.com. That's the third place prize. And I can tell you, Skywalker, you're in the running, along with Ben Wake. You guys are almost neck and neck for number one. It will come down to the wire between Skywalker and Ben Wake. No one's going to catch them, but it's Skywalker and Ben's race to lose. So I don't know what you're going to be doing today or through the evening or whatever, but when I tell you that Skywalker and Ben Wake are neck and neck, they are neck and neck. So it is going to be very interesting, the phone call that I will be making tomorrow morning to the winners. I will be making the phone calls to the winners tomorrow, ordering the products tomorrow, and you will be talking about it as far as who the winners were on Monday. So this is hot and heavy. This is hot and heavy right now. For that, let me just go back here. Okay, Barbara is asking, how important are your headphones? Your headphones are important. You're going to hear a lot more in your cans. That's what they call them, your headphones. That you're going to hear more in your cans if you've got good cans. I would suggest, a price range of around at least about $80 for some cans, for some headphones to get. I've got some suggested ones right on the website, stepstovoiceoversuccess.com, that you can get right at the website there under VO Books and Gear. So just click that link at the top of the website, and you'll see all of the suggested headphones that I have in there. Good morning, Rodney. Glad to have you in the house. Let's see. Mage is saying, got my character demo script from Conchita last night. Yeah, I know. It's awesome. Can't wait until Monday to do it. Awesome. Looking forward to working with you on Monday too there, Mage Pro. Voices, Mage. Hope I'll get to hear your character demo live this time. Laugh out loud. All right. Well, Open Mic Friday. What are your questions? Go ahead and tap them go ahead and type them into the chat area on YouTube. That's the only place that I'm taking questions from, is from the people on YouTube. So if you're not watching me right now on YouTube, flip over to YouTube. It's just youtube.com/Earl Hall Studio. And you can see where I'm broadcasting live right now. Let's see. Mage, good advice. But I think for some people, that's a little bit over their head. When you talk about flat response, no added bass or treble, that's a little bit over a lot of folks' head, especially when they're newbies. They don't know what that means. With that, Skywalker, do you understand the difference between closed back and open back headphones? Yes, I do. Here's where I use them. In the booth, in my booth, I have open back headphones. Here in my engineering station, I have closed back headphones. Here's why. I use these Sennheiser headphones, and these are the ones that are actually in my store as well. The Sennheiser HD, what is that? 280 Pro. All right, so the difference between the closed back and the open back. I don't want any feed coming in from outside. I just want to hear the sound. That's why I use closed back headphones. In the booth that I have, AKG headphones, open back, outstanding headphones. I have them open back because I want to actually hear if there's something going on that should not be going on while I'm recording. So the open back headphones allow me to hear what's going on. If like the drill the other day that someone was, the drill, if I can hear that in my booth, I know I need to stop recording. So the open back headphones, that's my reasoning for using open back or closed back headphones. Again, out here at my engineering station, I want to be able to just focus in on the sound, and I don't want bleed through from ambient stuff. So that's my reasoning behind that. Let's see. Lamar, how is Pro Tools working out? I've opened it and I haven't used it yet. have not used it yet. I will schedule a Pro Tools day, but at the end of the day, it's always for me going to be Adobe Audition. The Pro Tools thing is more for when people come into my studio and they're accustomed to using Pro Tools, to have it for them to use. Whether I have a recording artist come in, they bring their own engineer and they're accustomed to using Pro Tools, then I want them to be able to use what they're accustomed to. The two big boys, obviously, are Pro Tools and Adobe Audition. So I wanted to make sure that I have those. But I do want to get a better understanding of Pro Tools, but I don't plan on becoming a Pro Tools expert. I've already got one. His name's JC. Uh, so there we are on that. Let's see, for editing, open back headphones. What is it? Mage Pro. For editing, open back headphones is good. For in the booth, I want closed back. So Mage goes the other way. He goes the other way. I go reverse to that. And everything that we do is going to come down to personal preference. There are reasons why I use closed back in the booth. There are reasons why someone else is going to use open back or closed back, and it's whatever you want to do, but it's what's most comfortable for you. I gave you my reasons. You may have your own. All right. Let's see. The voice of Matthew Martin. Hi, Earl. Hope all is well. Are you shifting away from Mailshake and focusing on LinkedIn? There's not a shift for me. It's a focus. The things that I've presented as far as like using the Mailshake strategy, it's one of the strategies that people can use. I'm focusing in on a certain thing right now, which is neither LinkedIn or Mailshake. And that's one of the reasons why I made the this PDF file that I'm going to be giving to everyone that is in Inevitable Emergent Results as well as Voiceover Domination on the next call that I have with you. On the next call that is scheduled with you, we'll be going through what you need to focus on. And so we'll deal with that as each individual comes up. You're more than welcome, Barbara, for the explanation. Let's see what we got here. All right. Reginald, I recently did a VO for a whiteboard. When reading for these, do you pace with animation in mind or just read as you naturally would? Well, ideally what you want to have is the video to see how the video flows. But if you don't have the video, basically what you'll have to do is a sync with the video. You have to do editing to sync your voice with the video. So if you don't have the video and someone just asks you to do a voiceover, but they're not asking you to do the audio sync, that means they're going to do the audio sync. So it's not much for you to worry about. You just have to do the read. They will edit it as they want it. Or if you're doing the syncing as well, which you should be charging more to do syncing between video and audio, then you'll have a better understanding of how the pacing should go or where you need to pause or whatever. But all of that is easily fixed in editing as well. Seeing what's coming in here. Yeah, John gives a good point. Client will definitely come back to you if not speedy enough in parts. Always keep in mind the length of the video if you know it beforehand. And, some things, and I don't know too much about the job or the gig or the video or whatever, but there will be spots where obviously there will be voiceover. There will be spots where there won't be voiceover, and then the voiceover may come back in. Or is it a complete read? The length of the video is the length of the voiceover. There's so many variables that fall into that. It's kind of hard to answer without actually knowing the complete job. And so that's how that goes. It's something you're going to need to talk to the client about and get the understanding from the client, what the client wants. You can ask all the questions you want here, and it may not even come into play. But asking the client is where you want to get those answers from. All right, just looking here to see if any more questions are coming in. I'm just staying on as long as you guys have questions, at least until the bottom of the hour. So if there's no more questions, you guys let me go. Big stuff is coming, by the way. The podcast that I'm going to be doing for the medical industry that has kicked off. That's going to be starting within probably the next 2 weeks. I've got a meeting with those folks today, which is also going to lead to some medical e-learning projects coming down the pike, which I will be tapping some of my biggest supporters to help out with. And that's just how I roll with that. I don't, it's not going to be a lot of auditioning for stuff. The people that have supported me over the past year are going to, I'm sorry, those are going to be the people that I tap to do this type of work. Um, and I appreciate all the support, and I'm a loyal guy to the hilt. So if you've been rocking with me for a while, you've been supporting, you've been sharing, you've been commenting, uh, those are the people that I'm going to be working with. You're purchasing my services, those types of things. Those are the people I will look at first for giving work to. But that work is coming. That work is coming. Probably by the second quarter of this year, it's going to be ready to go. Let's see. Mage is saying, Earl, when doing very dynamic characters, what are some skills or settings to use to get the best result and not clipping and being too quiet? You're not really asking me that question. Look, do some testing, doing the character voices, look at your DAW, see if you're clipping. If you are, turn your freaking gain down or your volume down. That's it. It could be mic presence as far as mic techniques. Are you too much on the mic? Are you too far away from the mic? It just depends. Because if you're loud, then you want to be far away from the mic. But that's all going to come down to you looking at your DAW firsthand. What does it sound like in your DAW? That's it. Or what does it look like and sound like in your DAW? Let's see. Ben is okay. I think Ben's calling out Skywalker. Yeah, Skywalker, whatever way it goes, it has been fun. Oh, he's not calling her out. But yeah, okay. Because those are the two leaders, Ben Wake and Skywalker. All right, Katie Bolding. Hi, Earl. How do I best edit out breaths in e-learning, in your opinion? Complete silence or fade out? E-learning is one of those things. And here's, again, a question for the client. What does the client want? There are situations, whether you're talking about e-learning or whether you're talking about audiobooks, breaths are wanted to make it actually sound natural. Of course, you don't want to be, you don't want that type of thing, with that. But you can take out some of those breaths with gating on there, as far as, taking, closing that gate when it's above a certain decibel level, so on and so forth, so that those breaths don't come across so harshly. There are mic techniques you can use when you're about to take a breath, like I just did. That mic technique of just turning away when you take a breath. That's it. There's mic techniques and there's processing that can be done for either or. But make sure you speak to the client and you specifically ask about breaths in the audio. Some may care, some may not. You can send them a little clip, like a 30-second clip of you reading their material and letting them hear. Do you want it to sound like this with some breaths left in? Do you want it to sound like this with no breaths? And get that clear with the client. Because for us to have that conversation is one thing, but the client is the one that's going to give you the real answer. Steve, is the difference between open back and closed back cans mechanical, such as the ear muffs, or is it electrical? No, what it basically means, it's a physical thing. These are closed. There's no openings. In the open back, there's space that you can actually hear the ambient noise in the room. They're open so that the sound will go to your ear and you'll hear it. These are closed. Let me grab my out of the booth. One sec. If I can. I don't think I can. I don't know if you'll be. No, you can't really see. And I can't pull them out. I'm not going to unwire. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I can. Wait a minute. All right. So I was able to take it out. Once again, the closed back are closed. There's no openings. It's just this. The open back You see those vents? That allows the sound to come in. That allows the ambient noise to come in, even though your ears are covered. It's still going to allow that ambient sound to come in. Hope that makes sense, especially with the visual I just gave you. And having me tear my booth apart. All right. John is saying, I'd recommend using your pad if you're worried, Mage. It can always be adjusted later. Okay. Earl, post processing question. Have you used iZotope? No, I have not. But I've heard good things, but I've never used iZotope products. Okay. Good questions, by the way, especially about the headphones. You guys are on the headphones things today, with that. Um, Here's one thing that that I may suggest. It may be important, it may not be. Your ears will become trained over time. There are things, if you're new, you can listen to an audio file, same audio file that, let's just say, someone like JC, my audio engineer, will listen to. He's going to hear things you don't hear. It's just real. It's a training type of thing. Because when you first start out, you think everything sounds good. Oh yeah, this sounds great, but it doesn't. Um, to train your ears, it may be better to use closed back. That's just an opinion of mine. It's not a hard, fast rule. But when you're listening to your own audio, what you want to pay more attention to than anything else is not what you hear when you're talking. You want to listen to what you hear when you're not talking. When there's complete silence, you're not moving around, that's where the rubber meets the road. It's not in your voice and what you're saying. The audio quality is going to be determined by by your room noise, room tone, decibel, all that stuff. When you can hear things, just sit and record. Walk away, just record for 1 minute. Hit record, leave the room for a minute. Come back and listen. It will tell the tale. It will tell the tale. Don't listen to your voiceover. Listen to your room. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you're welcome, Skywalker. Glad that helped out. Reginald, also with open back, you can get feedback and you turn your head to the side. Okay. If you turn your head to the side. Will is saying there's a feature that you showed in one of your videos on Adobe Audition where the music automatically drops when mixing down voice and music. Can't remember what it's called. Yeah, it is auto ducking. I know about that. I don't know what the video was called. You'll have to go to my page and search it out. But it is auto ducking. I'm hoping that I use that in the description. Or it could be in one of the videos on how to add background music. That would be the reason why I use auto ducking. So it could be how to add background music to your voiceover. Is that feature necessary for voiceovers? Have you had orders where it was required? I'm not sure what that question is pertaining to. Will, I don't know what that's pertaining to. So help me out on that. Let's see. All right, what's the maximum allowable noise floor? All forms of VO. Oh, you want a blanket answer? The allowable noise floor for VO, I don't know. If my boy JC is in the house, he can answer that question. But it is also, and the reason I can't answer the question is because I've never looked into it. I just know that I want no noise. And I don't know what allowable noise level you want it is. But if anybody can answer that question, go ahead and throw that up in there. Mage Pro is saying, I know for audiobooks it's negative 55 dB, but I prefer much lower pertaining to using auto ducking. Again, Will, I'm not sure what you mean there. If you're going to ask me a question, put it in context that I know in that question what it is. Because if you're looking at something that was said before, I don't know what you're talking about. Write out the whole thing that you want to know. Uh, Stop being lazy. Anyway, all right. This evening, I'll probably be up early tomorrow morning, just for the contest to see who won. With that, because obviously it's getting cut off at a very late hour here for me, midnight, basically my time, Central Standard Time. The contest will cut off. So I don't know. And you know what? Let me just take another look here, because pretty much hands down, I believe it's going to be one and two play. The first and second place winners is either going to be Ben or Skywalker. Third place winner, we have a very close contest between Chad Joe VO and Andrea, Andy2747. They're like real close. Um, you guys seem to like Twitter a lot, so yeah, that's all of you guys should be on Twitter with that. All right, all right. Now you guys are starting to really come in here. Katie, how do I get to that no noise place? Where do you adjust this? I'm a newbie. If you're a newbie, the no noise place you're probably not going to have without having a booth, but you can trick that by using like a DBX 286S to cancel out the noise with hardware. That's this right here. This is a DBX 286S. This cancels out noise. You can literally take it out and just pick up your voice. It's one of the secret sauces of the VO industry. I've got that at stepstovoiceoversuccess.com in my store. Just click the link for VO books and gear and you will see it there. YouTube won't let me put in all those characters. Again, Will, not sure what you mean, but okay. Uh, if you're searching something for YouTube, there is no limit to characters unless you're using some sort of cell phone or something like that. But you can just type in how to take out how to add music to a voiceover, or um, yeah, pretty much that's it. And you can do a search within like my YouTube channel so that you'll get all the stuff that comes up within just my YouTube channel if you want to look for that. Okay, Richard is saying, "Hey Earl, I'm sorry if you answered this already, but what mic are you using? Sound quality is fantastic for this broadcast. This was I used this mic actually for voiceover for a couple of years before I got my TLM 103 and my shotgun mic. This is a Electro Voice RE320. It's a broadcast mic, but I use this, and it's in the $200 range. I love this mic. I will probably use this mic forever, especially for broadcasting, podcasting, things of that nature. It's one of the best mics that is out there for that. But in the voiceover realm, this is not a condenser mic. This is a dynamic mic. That's why it's an end fire. You see me talking directly into the end. I'm not on the side of it, but it's an end fire mic. But yeah, that's the mic that I use. It's an Electro Voice RE320. All right, Andrea, hi all. I'm at work, blah, 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 but I forgot earbuds. Can't tune in. Okay. Um, Will is asking, have you had orders where auto ducking is necessary? Um, Necessary. I can't say this necessary. You've got to know how to use your JW. I use auto ducking as a tool. It is one that you have to learn really how to do. Otherwise, it sounds ridiculous. You've got to understand how to set your threshold on that so that when you talk, this is auto ducking. Auto ducking. The music starts out at a certain level. I'll use this hand. Music starts out at a certain level. You start talking, the music ducks down. And as you talk, the music stays at that level. When you stop talking, the music goes back up. And so what can happen is you can have all this from the music if you don't understand the threshold so that it's smooth. But what you can do is just within Adobe Audition, you can just tick on the music volume level, drag it down while you're speaking, leave it down, and then just drag it back up when you're done speaking. That's like the easiest thing to do. But auto ducking is a skill. It's not just something that, boom, you tick a button and it's right, because it's not. You've really got to understand auto ducking from the threshold standpoint so that it does not sound wonky and wavy and all that kind of stuff when you're using it. Ben is saying search sidechain dynamic processing. Yep, that's what it is. It's a sidechain in Adobe Audition, so you got to understand how to do sidechains as well. And I walk through that in the video too. But I know I did this in, I know I did this walkthrough for people that are members of VoiceOver Domination or Inevitable Immersion Results. Literally, there's a video showing you the step-by-step process on how to do that. So that's one of those things that's out there that I went in depth about. So so I probably didn't go as deep on a YouTube video as I did with the training class that I provided, but if that's something you want to get access to, obviously you can join VoiceOver Domination at stepstovoiceoversuccess.com. Oh, you're more than welcome, Will. Not a problem. All right, guys, I have gone over time and I've got to get ready for some training that I've got to do coming up here at the top of the hour. I will be training from the top of the hour all the way up until 2 p.m. It'll be 11 o'clock. I'll be sitting here from 11 to 2 p.m. just doing coaching and training. Last question here. As a beginner looking to get into VO, would you recommend a condenser mic or a dynamic style mic? Condenser. I would always recommend a condenser. Microphones spend somewhere between $100 and $200. Let's get you going. All right, guys. Contest ends 14 hours. So if you want to get into win, go ahead and do that. I'll be giving those winners a call tomorrow in the AM to let them know that they've won and to start ordering their products that they've won or giving them access that they've won as well. We've got some great stuff coming up next week for you guys that just want to get a script written or just want to do coaching through a read, whatever. We're going to have that if you need to get your room tested. And I'm just going to tell you this. I think everybody needs that. I needed it. That's why I knew everyone else needed it. You need to get your space tested. You need to see what's what and get ears on it from a professional. The link is in the description. It's the first link that's there. Go ahead and get it so that you know that you are producing the best quality sound that you can produce. If you don't, you're just left to your own devices if you don't have those skills. Watch yesterday's video on my YouTube channel with JC, walking you through what he does and showing you what it is that he can do for you to help you make sure that you're recording in your best sound. You guys have an awesome and amazing Friday. I love you guys. I'll see you on Monday. Take care.